With this video, we will be doing Diddy and Cassie shocking video from 2016. And if you want to help this channel and the content that we're making, please help support our merchandise. The link is in the description. If you didn't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Try and get the channel to grow. The only way we're going to do this if you like, share, and comment on the content. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's go. Chi, get the yayo.
Get the yayo.
Impressive.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Impressive
What's
channel.
popping?
Some extremely triggering footage just
Cassie
leaked of P.
though.
Diddy putting the pause on his
She said the
ex-girlfriend
pause.
Cassie. And this actually happened back in March 2016 at the Intercontinental Hotel.
Yeah, I seen the video. That was a crazy video. It did not make Diddy look good at all.
Anybody look good.
I was reporting on some of the earlier stuff in his lawsuits. He was beating some of this stuff. We know Lil Rod had it took out UMG and Granger. Lucien Granger, I think his name is. He had took him out the lawsuit, so it was looking better on that side of the lawsuit. And then this pops up, and it's like, dang, brother love, this don't look good.
Yeah, it's not looking good, man.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people speaking out. It's a lot of opinions, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that he was trying to get in front of.
Yes.
And, you know what I mean? Kind
Yes.
of put to the side.
Yes. I agree.
Using his verbiage.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But when you get just clear-cut video or something like this, it's not really nothing to be said.
Yeah, once you see it, you can never unsee it.
Yeah, you can't unsee it.
In Los Angeles, and it's very interesting to me that this footage is now resurfacing 8 years later.
Yeah.
So it comes to show you that Diddy was doing all types of horrific things, and he was able to use his money.
People are speculating that it came out 8 years later because they think this is the footage that came from the raid when it was at Diddy house. That's how they got the tape, because he paid $50,000 for the tape. So people are thinking the tape came out because the raid that recently happened, and they couldn't charge them, so they just released it to the public, because you know what they doing right now with Diddy.
Yeah, there's so many, like just the fact that you try to conceal this,
Yeah.
By paying the money,
Yeah.
then you don't destroy,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and so it make you just think about the person who will hold on to this,
Yeah.
so that it could even be able to get put out again.
Yeah.
Like, it just says a lot.
Facts.
And his power to suppress the evidence for years. So it's really, really disgusting. And honestly, shame on the hotel.
It does says
Right.
a lot that you could suppress that evidence. It's like, if you could suppress that happened in a public place, a public hotel, which we all know, well, I'm pretty sure Cassie knew was camera for and get away from it just by paying money. Like, what else did you pay money for just to make it go away?
Yeah, and that's the part where that it's like, man,
Yeah.
you had a lot of power.
A lot of power.
Staff for even covering this up for so many years. This is disgusting.
Facts.
But in the footage, you could see Diddy running like a
Sensitive
madman,
footage.
and only his towel.
Yo, they keep showing a lot of footage of Diddy either in a towel or a bathrobe. I have never seen so much footage of somebody that's always in a towel or a goddamn bathrobe in my life. He seemed like every day he's partying.
Yeah,
Like,
he's cold chilling
every day.
every day.
Facts.
And you see Cassie trying to escape, but the man pounds her.
Yo, look at his socks. Those are like girl socks. He probably got Cassie socks on. Those are not guy socks. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy because I peeped that too. I was like, what type of sock is that? What is he doing?
That's Cassie socks.
It's gotta be her sock.
Facts.
in the head, grabs her, drags her on the floor, and
wild.
she tried to make a phone.
It was like all that. The dragging in the hallway was a bit too much. The kicking part, you feel what I'm saying? It was just
it was all
way
over
too
the top.
much. This made what happened with Ray Rice from the Ravens look like nothing compared to this right here.
Yeah, this is over the top.
Over the
All the
top.
way over the top.
Call, but he grabs her again and starts throwing glass at her. I mean, this right here is disgusting. This is disgusting. And Cassie did detail this incident in her lawsuit. In fact, this happened after one of their freak-off sessions, and Cassie did say in her lawsuit that Diddy would make her get high and make her perform lewd acts on male escorts while he watched. And
It's like after seeing stuff like this, it makes what she's saying more valid. Like,
Yeah.
like, oh, you wasn't You wasn't lying.
Because
Like,
everybody thought she was just chasing the bag.
Yeah, it's like, yo, it's a lot more to it. Now it seemed like you got underpaid at this point.
Yeah.
It felt like you ain't get enough. Like,
Yeah.
And they didn't throw a couple more M's after saying that.
And it's crazy because her telling her truth almost was looked upon, like people looked at it like she was kind of smearing herself, like she just wants some money. You know what I'm saying? But like when you see, it's like, nah.
Yeah, she was going through a lot.
She wanted some justice.
Yeah, facts.
This is what they called freak-offs. So during one of their sessions,
Cassie
Diddy got very aggressive and he popped Cassie in the eye and bruised her. And Cassie tried to leave. It said in the lawsuit, after he fell asleep, Miss Ventura tried to leave the hotel room, but as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. He grabbed at her, then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her, causing glass to crash around them as she ran to the elevator to escape. Upon information and belief,
and that helps him. That helped him a lot. That it didn't have audio to that tape. Just think if there was audio to that tape, because you know there was some screaming, there was yelling, there's a glass breaking. It would have looked it would have been way worse if the audio was in there.
Yeah, it'd have been even worse.
Yeah.
Mr. Combs paid the Intercontinental Century City
all that
$50,000 for the hallway security footage from that evening. So he was able to pay off the hotel, and he thought by paying off the hotel, this footage would never come to light. But boy, was he wrong.
Facts.
Now, like I said, I am disgusted that this footage was suppressed for so long, but I am glad that people are now seeing that Cassie did not tell one lie in her lawsuit. I mean,
and it's also showing the world that we live in. If you have enough money, you can make damn near anything go away. Just the world we live in.
Yeah, it says a lot.
Yeah, it says a lot.
Watching this incident in real time is actually a lot worse than what was detailed in the lawsuit. So that kind of lets you know that she was going through hell in real life. I mean, if he could do that out in the open while they're in the hallway, can you imagine what he was doing behind closed doors?
Facts.
And this is why it took Cassie so long to leave.
But at the same time, you also got to think, like, I don't think at this point he's renting, like he's getting a room and having someone next to him on the hallway.
Nah, he got the whole floor.
That was his floor.
Yeah. You could tell because nobody popped their head out. Now the door was open. Yeah. It was just them
Are
two.
you okay? Nobody looking.
There's glass breaking and no one's coming out. I bought the whole floor.
He bought the floor.
Facts.
A lot of people think that she stayed for the lifestyle and she was only suing Diddy because she wanted money. No.
That's what she was
Diddy
saying.
traumatized her for 10 years. 10 years. And she was fearful. She was scared to leave. He literally beat her into fear and submission. She was afraid to leave. He owned everything she had. When she tried to create distance between her and Diddy, Diddy would find a way to chase her down. He would send people to stalk her. If he found out she was messing with somebody else, he would attempt to take that person's life. For example, he found out she was dating Kid Cudi. He blew up Kid Cudi's car. The man is crazy. There's no excusing this.
He blew up Kid Cudi's car. She was in the studio with Wale that was making the song. He came in the studio. He had Wale dangling over the balcony like Suge Knight had Vanilla Ice.
They said they knew him by the shoes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like the only one had them shoes.
So yeah, Diddy was like, Diddy got some gangster in him. People don't want to give it to him, but Diddy definitely got some gangster in him.
Yeah, he had some moments.
Yeah.
And if you read through the lawsuit, you could see the different accounts of him just mistreating her and abusing her. I mean, it's really sad. It really makes you want to cry when you look at all the details, because it's just like how can a person be so evil? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But Diddy is getting everything he deserves, and I'm glad that this is being publicized now, because I don't want people to forget for a second what he did. I don't want
Nickelodeon was
no one's gonna forget it or unsee it.
These aren't things that you.
These are three predators who were.
This whole case to blow over. I want the feds to get him and lock him up. I'm so serious. And also, I need Kim Porter's death.
We reported. I reported on my Instagram. If you don't know, my Instagram is tretvfrmdabx from the BX, same from the channel. But the cops came out and they said this tape is already past its statutory limits. So there would be no charges coming from this.
Right.
So they just showed us the video just to show us the video because they knew it couldn't be no charges behind it.
Yeah, at this point, it's just shot at his character.
Yeah, that's it. Big shot too.
Have to be investigated because there's a lot of shadiness around her passing. And I'm not comfortable with the fact that it was sealed up the way it was. We really need to look deeper into this because Diddy has been able to get away with things for so long. He's been able to use his money to suppress evidence for so long. And it's about time we see this evidence come to light because everybody...
We've been hearing that a lot since the passing of Kim Porter. His name tied to her writing a book, a tell-all book about her life and her experiences. And she definitely has experienced a lot of the stuff that we seen Cassie go through. So that's what people think's behind. I have been hearing that a lot. So allegations. It would
make your thoughts revisit that time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of those things that in the moment people be like, man, you just don't know. Well, if it'll come out or you'll see some video, you never see no video, but you see why you're paying it back. Yeah. But now it's like, man, those things are just boom in your face.
Yeah. Definitely. It's just like now you look at him completely like different from seeing that because we never seen him in that light. Anytime we seen him, he was take that, having a good time, partying, popping bottles, the yacht. You know we never seen big. Real big. We never seen that side of him. And it's like now that you've seen this, like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Body can't be lying. Now, for those who aren't aware, Kim Porter is the mother of 3 of Diddy's children, and she did pass away from pneumonia, but some people believe that she might have been poisoned. Others believe that she might have been sacrificed. There's a lot of mysterious circumstances surrounding her death. One of her closest friends named Sahara came forth and said that Kim was acting very strange before she passed away, and she felt like it had something to do with her interaction with Diddy. So there's a lot of speculation that Diddy may have had a part in Kim Porter's death. And while Diddy was alive, he treated her horribly. He treated her almost similar to how he treated Cassie.
That's crazy, but you see it. You heard that coming out with his name a lot these days on just the whole situation. Like, and it's like, why does everybody keep saying the same exact thing about you? You feel what I'm saying?
Like one of his old security guards. I can't think of old boy.
Gene Dell.
Yeah, like he often speaks, but he speaks in such a code. But like at the same time, he still has. I've heard him several times be like, "Man, he'd be like this, or he'd be like that." You know what I'm saying? And he try to stay away from it, but like you just keep hearing the same thing.
Yeah, especially from the baby mom, his first baby mom. I don't know if her name is Missy or something like that, but she's a first baby mom who have the same story. So it looks like it's a pattern.
It's a pattern.
And there's a woman by the name of Cola Buff who's a writer, and she also used to be Osama bin Laden's mistress. Child, she claims that she had a conversation with Kim before she passed, and Kim told her about some of the horrific things Diddy did to her. And she also said Cassie wasn't really sympathetic toward Kim like that, at least not at first. At the time, Cassie was the new girl in the picture, and Diddy would flaunt her around Kim, and allegedly Cassie liked the attention. She didn't realize that Diddy was going to be mistreating her the same way he mistreated Kim. But
I've seen that a lot in like females, like when they could see somebody doing something wrong to other people and they think that they're special and they're not going to get that same treatment. But it's only a matter of time for you to get that treatment. This is the way a person is. If he hit women, he hit women. If he's a liar, he's a liar. If he's a thief, he's a thief. If he's a cheater, he's a cheater. You're not special.
It's not going to change.
But they look at it like, oh, that he just doing that to them. I'm different. He loves me. And
like, I am the change.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It'd be nice.
It would be nice.
This is what Cola said. She said, Diddy was an MFer. Y'all would not even begin to believe the way he treated Kim Porter. And ironically, Cassie back then allowed herself to be used to disrespect Kim in her own home. Cassie let herself be flaunted in Kim's face, laughed at Diddy beating Kim, was awful.
I think that's crazy because first of all, Cassie was young at the time, so she didn't even know that she was just being used as a chess piece on Diddy board. Like, he was presenting like, I really care about you, and I'm pretty sure she really thought that at the time. Yeah. She didn't know she was being just used to be put in front of Kim Porter's face. Like, oh, you know how we gonna make you jealous.
We'll make you jealous.
We got a younger, light-skinned girl,
you know what I mean,
with good hair.
Vibrant,
you feel what I'm saying? Yeah, so she didn't know, but I don't like the fact that she said that she was laughing on what happened because, like I said, that should have been a red flag to you that this could possibly happen to you one day.
Oh, yeah. You see, moms be thinking they're above the situation.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah.
That's not life.
Facts. And it start off like little gradually stuff that you don't even know that's even going on. Yeah. It start off with like a grab you at first, you know what I'm saying? Then they get like a little push, and then they just test you to see what you do. You're not leaving. Then it builds up over time. Facts. It's crazy.
And then it turned into something that can't be controlled.
Facts at all.
I feel bad for Cassie getting beat up like that. But I still remember when Cassie allowed herself to be used racially against Kim Porter as Diddy humiliated, beat, and repeat Kim for years. Y'all have always hated me for talking the real about these men, but they deserve it.
It's like when you come into a new relationship with someone, you only know what they tell you. And they're going to paint the picture of the other person like, I'm not with them no more because they did X, Y, and Z. And they're not going to tell you that I was doing all this horrible stuff to them. So all you know is what they told you. And they always paint the other person to be a monster and them to be an angel. So when you come into a situation, you be looking at it like, you're getting what you deserve because this man told me all the horrible stuff that he did. But you're only getting one side of the story. Till you talk to the other person, you'd be like, oh.
Yeah, or until time passes and you start to see... You know what? That other person wasn't tripping. Yeah. You see it for yourself.
Yeah.
What y'all saw in that video of Diddy beating Cassie was nothing. I'll never forget the time he tried to make Kim Porter lick Cassie's tampon, always using Kim's race as a put down. You guys don't know the half of what women go through with the famous and powerful men. Be they rappers, be they Bin Laden, be they actors, y'all have no idea. And you always demonize the women, always. And someone said, did she allow herself or was she forced to do it? And Cola said she wasn't forced back then. She was the new piece and loved being told she was superior to Kim due to her race and her hair and all the typical stuff that women suck up when they're being used to put down another woman. But later on, he started treating her the same way he did Kim.
It was all, he was running a game. She didn't realize that a game was being ran. You gotta look at it this time. She's living in her dream almost. Like, I wanted to be this big musician. I'm a musician. I want the top guy, and I'm living this lifestyle that I always dreamed of.
Lavish lifestyle.
So anyone could get misled in that lifestyle, and then that person is telling you that you're the one for them. Why wouldn't you believe them?
Yeah, well, I mean, what? It just seems like a lot to absorb at one time.
Yeah, a lot.
And then I'm just gonna walk off and go back to being normal.
Right.
No,
it's a lot.
I feel bad for Cassie, I really do. No woman deserves that treatment. However, I'm not about to forget the fact that Cassie enjoyed Diddy humiliating Kim Porter with the whole quote-unquote Latina chick is superior to you dark black chick insults that went on for years. Kim was so sweet and so wrongly...
When nobody try to head out, you're not going to put me down saying these people are superior. You keep coming back to me.
Right.
If they're so superior, you've been coming after me for years upon years upon years. Like, how superior is it that you won't leave me alone?
Yeah. That doesn't even add up.
If it's superior, why you got to flaunt it in my face? Why can't you just move on with your life?
Yeah,
be happy.
Just be happy over there in a superior position.
Yeah, exactly.
Abused. Someone said, not asking this question because I don't believe you, but was Cassie in the room when Diddy was doing these things to Kim? Cola said, one time, 4 a.m, Diddy brought Cassie, who was basically a teenager, into his bedroom where Kim Porter was sleeping and woke up Kim and told her to get out the bed so Cassie could get in it. Kim was being treated like ish for years and Cassie giggled about it until she became Kim later on.
I'm just going to speak from a guy standpoint because she's speaking more from a perspective standpoint. A guy's going to do what you allow them to do. You feel what I'm saying? Man. So if he came in the room comfortably and said, get out the bed, she's getting in here. It's not his first time doing that.
It's not the first time he did it.
He did it before, so he already knew that she was going to do that. This is not like, we're not going to act like...
Yeah, shock and all. Like, yeah, at this point, she was like... down with what was going on.
Guys can only do what you allow us to do. It's always going to be that simple. Facts.
Now, this information is interesting, and I do want to note that Cola was not a close friend of Kim. She said she met her once, and she had several phone conversations with her, and Kim allegedly told her all of this information. We don't know if everything is true or not, but if it is true, I would not be surprised because I could actually see Cassie being deluded into thinking that she was better than Kim at the time, because you have to think about it. Cassie was young. I mean, she started her relationship with Diddy when she was around 19 years old. At first, it was a professional relationship, But then it ended up being a sexual relationship because Diddy kept pursuing her. And he did have power over her because he was her boss. He was a lot older. And of course, he had a lot of money. So he was able to lure her in with his lavish lifestyle. And also, he promised her this grand career that he never gave her.
I'm pretty sure that's what got her the most. Was the promises. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do that for you. You're gonna be the biggest star.
I can make this happen.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it too.
Yeah, because it wasn't like it's just anybody.
Yeah,
who's just saying anything can happen. And has no influence. Like it's the
Yeah.
total opposite.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He can actually make it happen.
Right, and it's like at some point you get to the point where I did all this stuff to try to make it. This don't make sense for me to walk away right now because in my head I'm almost right where I wanted to be. I done did all this stuff to get to this point, and then I'm just gonna walk away. Then what does that mean for all the stuff I did just to get in this point? So that could have been a driving force to keeping it going.
Yeah, because she was deeply invested.
Yeah, at that point.
Like by that time, it's like, all right, I'm gonna deal with a little bit, and I'll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's gonna be the only way she was thinking.
Facts.
But she kind of fell into Diddy's trap, and Diddy probably propped her up above Kim, and it probably got to her head. And I think a lot of young women in her situation would have acted the same way. But clearly Cassie was naive because she didn't see the red flags, and she didn't realize that Diddy was going to treat her the same way he treated Kim. She didn't see that coming. And this is kind of the same mistake that Young Miami made as well, because if you remember, Young Miami was feeling herself too. When she first started dating Diddy, she was taunting and antagonizing Diddy's other girlfriend, Gina V. And the reason why she was doing all that is because she felt like she was better than Gina simply because Diddy was giving her special treatment. So she went online saying a whole bunch of wild things to Gina. Wow. She said, B, you a munch. If I wanted you to eat my pee, Diddy would have had you on your knees. You a eater. You want a baby B? I have a career. You a certified freak. You haven't heard.
See, it'd be like that type of stuff where, as a guy, just put them against each other and you win in a situation. If they like friends and coercing with each other, your moves, he's over here. Nah, I need y'all beefing with each other.
I need y'all beefing.
And then I can move like I went to between the both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like this is definitely looks like what they were saying with Cassie and Kim. It's like we said, people have patterns of just doing the same thing over and over. This if it worked over here, it's gonna work over here. Facts.
Heard from Diddy since the awards, reminiscing on abortions. Let that hurt go, Chun-Li. Gina, you've been down bad ever since I came into the picture. You've been crying for a baby for 10 years. You've been around as a bee that eat P and D when he feel like it. You a eater. You the same bee that was crying on Tasha K because you wanted a baby. Poor sushi. So you saw how Young Miami was making fun of Gina. She was even making fun of the...
That energy is gonna come back to her. It's not gonna end well for her in this situation. I don't know why she thinks it's gonna end well. It's not gonna end well. Like it's gonna be a horrible story at the end of this.
Yeah, and you see how quickly people go right back to what you were saying. Yeah. Oh, she said this.
It's like yo, keep that same energy.
The receipts get pulled quick.
When someone else get pulled in, and now you're the old chick, and she's the new chick, and she's gonna be talking to you like that.
Yeah, that quick.
Yeah.
Mistreatment that Gina suffered at the hands of Diddy. And Gina talked about it during her interview with Unwind with Tasha K. So the fact that Young Miami was mocking her and antagonizing her in this way lets you know where her head was at. And I'm sure she regrets it.
I seen that video. I actually posted it to my Instagram. But basically, that was one of Diddy exes, and she was saying the same thing that happened to Cassie happened to her. I don't know if you've seen the video that she did. Yeah, but she was just basically she had the same story as Cassie, and she told this way before Cassie. She told this years ago, but nobody was listening. People. You know how it is.
It's kind of crazy because, like, listening over time, it's like, man, how many times did we hear females say this about this man?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, he just want a bag. Oh, he just want,
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You never know. And now it's like, damn.
Because you only know the information you got. You make your decisions based off the information that you know. And then to get new information, you change the way you're thinking.
Exactly.
Saying all of this, I'm sure she's looking back on everything
and
feeling shameful because now she's being treated the same way. And for all we know, she could be getting treated worse Diddy sees Young Miami as nothing but a bop. He sees that she's thirsty for money and she's willing to do anything degrading to get lavish gifts and to get a boost in her career. So
yeah, she gave me that type of vibe. Like, do you know what I had to do in the hood for pennies?
yeah.
This is nothing for this
nothing.
lavish. Like, do you know where I come from and what we had to overcome for crumbs?
Yeah, for
you want
crumbs.
me to do what for millions?
Yeah.
No problem.
Not a problem at all.
Thanks.
I'm sure he's treated her a lot worse than he normally treats his other girls. And the sad thing is, people are not going to sympathize with Young Miami. And it's all because she made the mistake of thinking that she's better than the next woman. She didn't think that Diddy would mistreat her the way he mistreated Gina and mistreated Cassie and mistreated Kim Porter.
Because, in the beginning, we always call like the honeymoon stage. Everything's good.
Everything's good.
In the beginning, you know what I'm saying? We just chilling there having a good time.
Surviving. Life is life.
But sooner or later, it takes a turn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the honeymoon stage
You
always
see how strong you really are.
the honeymoon stage is always the best stage.
Oh, definitely.
She thought that she was special. She made the same mistake that Cassie did. And right now, she's probably going through the same
That little
thing
winky wink,
that
okay.
Cassie went through. I heard that she's still hanging around Diddy too, but they've been low key about it.
Said Bobby
But
and
hopefully, this prompts Young Miami to leave for good.
They like Young Miami leave for good. From her shoes, she looking at it like, and do what? My music not popping. I don't have
Right.
nothing going on.
Where am I going to go?
What do you want me to do? Go back to the hood?
Go back to the hood.
That's the only option I have. Back to the ghetto I go. So
I'm not going back.
I'm gonna stay here as long as possible. I know what's on the other side of this.
Real talk.
I'm not gonna lie, I am concerned for Young Miami. I am. I know some people don't really care for her, but she could very well be a victim too. Anyway, tell me what you all think about this video down below.
It's crazy.
Please like, comment, and
It's Trey
subscribe,
TV.
and share this video
Let's
if
get
you
it.
care. Thank you.
Lamar Wilson here, representing Ghetto Action News Network _ all lower cases.
No spaces.
Find us on Facebook, and when you do, leave some comments, share something, scroll the page, have some fun, and come back. All right, get right into this.
Yeah.
Things is looking rough out here.
Real rough.
The video didn't come out. Everybody's seen it. It's,
Right.
it's no getting around it, walking around it. It's
Yeah.
not a good look.
Yeah.
Then just hearing how it was tried to be suppressed and covered up, and
Yeah.
then all these years later it comes out, even at a point where they, from what's being said, they can't prosecute.
Mhm.
But at the same time, it's still like, damn, here goes another. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a bad time for all this for him. I don't know how he plans to recover from these blows. They cutting deep now.
Yeah.
But we'll find out in time. What do you think?
I think this is a whole just crazy situation. As time go on, more and more stuff is coming out. And I think it's curious that this evidence comes out after the raid when he already paid to make this go away. But I think it's like another nail in his coffin. I think her story should be as a testimony to other younger females coming up. When you see somebody mistreating other people, know that that's going to come to you, especially if a guy mistreat his mom. He's definitely going to mistreat you. You got to look at the characteristics, how someone's treating the people around them. Then you have a better idea how they're going to treat you. Don't think that you're special. You're special for the moment, but that moment will come and go. And then what are you going to be left with is what you got to ask yourself. I think like her story can be for a lot of people, and people need to know like this type of stuff is going on. And I think like people seeing this type of stuff, like people won't be so quick to doubt the next person come out, because a lot of people doubt it.
I don't know. Maybe
We don't
this,
know.
maybe that.
But now this stuff, and people are like, oh, she was telling the truth. So like stuff like this is gonna get next people's story heard a little bit more, and you can listen to a little bit more. Like maybe it is true, whether it's thinking maybe it's not true. I think it's a crazy story. Can't wait to see what else come from this. But until then, it's your boy Trey TV, and I'm out.